going on, MSFers? Doolum here, back here with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Captain Britain finally coming back. That's right, the vault is opening, so we're going to talk about how you can get shards for him, and there's going to be a lot of places you can get shards. It's going to be a little bit unconventional. It's also going to be some battle passes and strike passes. But first, I wanted to go over the version 8.4 release notes. So this is really, really massive. Coming soon, obviously, Battle World is coming soon. We have absolutely play-tested Battle World. I know some people updating the game currently as of today and yesterday have a Battle World tab in their game now as well. It's a new PvE alliance game mode, combines coordination, roster power, emphasis on roster power, and strategy in a way that's never been seen before in Marvel Strike Force. All very, very true. Lay waste to waves of enemies in a series of important missions while sending key characters on Spec Ops missions. Your alliance siege culminates in a massive coordinated boss battle against the Lord of the Abyss himself, Null. Then victory on Battle World will yield stockpiles of purple ISO 8 and character shards for Null. So that is going to be the release for Null. This is probably one of the biggest changes to Marvel Strike Force that's happened in a very long time. If it works the way we think it works and the way it reads. So long press on a character's positive effects, negative effects, or health bar during a battle to open new and improved combat tooltip. So what this means is you essentially put your finger, if you're on, mobile and you're, on your phone on a touchscreen, you put your finger over the character and you hold down on the health bar, the negative effects or whatever it is. If you're on PC, on an LD player, BlueStacks, whatever, just click on it and hold down that left click. You're going to be able to see current positive effects and negative effects, which has been how it's been normally. That's been a thing for a while. But I'm hoping that gets cleaned up because a lot of it's usually cut off on the top or bottom of the screen because there's so many negative effects going out. Ability energy. So I really hope this applies to enemies as well, because knowing abilities energy of where enemies are at, especially in Dark Dimension when you're not doing a hit every single day, or you're doing a hit every day but you're coming back the next day and you don't remember where Magneto's at, because if he doesn't have his ult, he's pretty useless, right? So that's pretty awesome. I hope that applies to enemies as well. I also like, even if it applies to just allies, you'll be able to see, hey, I know Kang's going next. I don't know if he's got his ult or not because I'm a newer player, whatever it is. I want to know where he's at. Or you could check if Dr. Doom got ability energy from Jessica Jones' special, if you didn't get to see the actual animation go out to him. So seeing who gets energy and what's coming next could be really interesting. Ability descriptions as well. I like this as well because you get to see what's going to happen. This is really great for new players and me who doesn't read kits. So you can see in real time if it's got like a rewind, an ability block, whatever it is. And then stats. I don't know how I feel about being able to see the stats. I like being able to see like possibly a number health rather than just a bar of health. So being able to see that could be pretty interesting because that could help with like Apocalypse Empowered Punch, because if they're at 60% health or less, APOC Punch is absolutely going to kill. So that's kind of nice. But other than that, I don't know how the stats is really going to be useful. And then the note, ability descriptions will only appear on player-owned characters. So this means no enemies, but it's going to be enemies in PvP modes. So this won't be enemies in PvP modes. Enemies in... actually it will, including enemies in player versus player modes. So this will have the ability energy, and it just says ability descriptions. I hope this means energy as well, because it should be all encompassing from this, but I don't know. And then enemy mission characters and mission provided player characters will not display descriptions. So this essentially means you will not be able to see the enemy abilities in mission provided player characters and all that kind of stuff. But I'm hoping this means in PvP you can also see the ability energy, not ability descriptions. But this does mean ability description. This does single out ability description. So it could mean that that is not the case, which is kind of unfortunate and not that big of a deal in my opinion. But I'm really hoping we can see ability energy, because this will make sacks against Mephisto, Super Skrull, all that kind of stuff a lot easier in general if we're able to see that as well. Now on to bug fixes. Loading screen wasn't centered for some devices. Yeah, the little island for iPhone is a problem. The biggest one here is gonna be a change with Mephisto. and exhausted mechanic in Dark Dimension and Raid. So from Mephisto was causing some enemy health to improperly refill upon re-entering a Raid or Dark Dimension node. So if you didn't know, Mephisto's basic pact and his basic attack in general and a lot of his abilities take off max health, and it lowers the max health of enemies. But the problem is, if you lost the node and then you came back in, they re-healed that max health reduction. So that's now fixed as well. Also, there was an issue with Mephisto. If you use his basic pact in Dark Dimension to kill somebody, on the next hit you came back in on, that person would have ended up reviving. So if you were doing that on a Mephisto, that was causing a lot of problems. And then exhaust was not properly being cleared after healing in Dark Dimension, and people were having a lot of issues with this, walking into like 2 or 3 exhausteds and not being able to clear node 12, which had a bunch of Mephistos on it. So I know a lot of people were having issues with that. So I'm really glad that this got fixed, and I've actually gotten confirmation that these were fixed from people in my alliance. But the reason why you guys are here is for Captain Britain. That's right. So Captain Britain is finally returning. And he is returning in a way that you guys have seen before and some new ways. So Captain Britain is returning. That's right. The Illuminati secret is out. Captain Britain character shards are coming back. Unlock and rank up the Captain of the British Isles with the upcoming limited time opportunity. Captain Britain will return with Captain Britain's return will give everyone multiple ways to grab Captain Britain shards, so make sure you take advantage of each to maximize your rewards. The candy store, that shouldn't even be on here because it's an absolute joke. I have cored 0 and I've seen 0 Captain Britain. I know people who have cored and seen the store 18 to 20 times and seen Captain Britain 1 or 2 times. Apparently it's like a 1 in 10 chance, which was super not scientific by Mobile Gamer, but it's absolutely terrible. Don't waste your cores on that. Just wait for the actual events coming. So the Illuminati Super Showcase will return for everyone, regardless of whether you completed it, and this time you'll earn Captain Britain shards from each of the mission rewards. There will be no yellow star requirements for or shields needed for the return of the showcase. The showcase will use the Illuminati Showcase energy, and the Super Showcase will start before the next legendary event, which is absolutely awesome. So everybody will have access to Captain Britain before the next legendary event, because Illuminati is absolutely required for the next legendary event. The problem is they don't say the amount of shards we're getting from the showcase, which I'm presuming is not going to be obviously the shards that we got from offers. The original amount of shards was the 100 shards that we got. I'm assuming the red stars and the diamonds will not be in here as well. So I'm curious to see how that's going to work. But the fact that there's no yellow star requirement for this is absolutely insane for players that may not have been around for the farmability of Illuminati when they became, when their events came out. Obviously, they're still not farmable to my knowledge, other than like the Ultimate Store and bumps and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting to see how many shards are given out via this. And then there's a special milestone event. Use the Illuminati Super Showcase to not only grab more Captain Britain shards, but to feed this milestone. You're earning points by opening Illuminati Orbs and spending Illuminati Showcase energy. So spending that, it could be interesting to see how many shards you get from this. So we're getting it from the Super Showcase. We're also getting it from this special milestone event. And then the other way we're going to be getting it is going to be battle and strike passes. So it's kind of interesting. It's going to be interesting to see the breakdown on how much is gated behind battle pass and strike pass, and potentially the paid versions of those. It'll be really interesting to see how that works. There's also going to be Illuminati Orbs. So with the return of the showcase, the Illuminati Orb will also be made available. These orbs will contain character shards for Captain Britain as well. I'm sure the drop rate will be absolutely atrocious. Hank Pym and Black Panther Shuri, along with the Illuminati Showcase energy and candy for the candy store. So it sounds like the center column will have Captain Britain, Hank Pym, and Black Panther Shuri. The left side or right side, whatever it is, has the candy, and then the other side has the Illuminati Showcase energy. So this could be interesting. I'm sure the drop rates are going to be absolutely atrocious because they've been great about giving us like, yeah, you have a chance to unlock them day one if you get a 0.01% chance drop. Yeah, more availability. They're stupid when they come to that, but that's just my opinion. And then you can also find Illuminati Orbs through free daily web claims promo codes, so be on the lookout for that. And also limited time offers. Obviously, they're going to sell you shit because they got to sell you shit because they need to make money. It's Christmas time. Give us money so we can give presents out to everybody. And then again, the Battle Pass and Strike Pass. So the Battle Pass starting on November 18th, which is going to be next month, about a month away, we'll have Captain Britain, and then the Strike Pass following that on November 25th will also have Captain Britain. Once again, no word on how much will be free-to-play accessible and how much will be that $20 lock behind, but I have a feeling these Battle Passes and Strike Passes will soar and go through the moon with sales because people want Captain Britain so badly. Also, the candy store has been absolutely atrocious. Also, there has been no start date on the Illuminati Super Showcase, which I think is very odd, but I'm presuming it's going to be around this time with the Battle Pass and the Strike Pass starting. So potentially look for it around the middle of November, which is also confirming when the next Legendary event is going to be, because it's going to be after this. So we're going to have the Illuminati Super Showcase, and then we will have the Legendary event. So prep for the Legendary event, most likely end of November, beginning of December, roughly. But that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys get some Captain Britain, and I hope you guys get the best amount of luck in the candy store to see Captain Britain and maybe unlock him a little bit early. But that's it for this one. Until next time, this has been Dolem. Later, MSFers.